It is reigning CFFC heavyweight champion Bailey Schoenfelder, who will be looking to defend his title on Saturday, April 19th in Tampa at the Florida State Fairgrounds. And Bailey, it's been 7 months since we get to see you in action. Of course, that wasn't even a CFFC fight. So let's just talk about getting back to work, man. I mean, how excited are you to just get back and do what you do?
I'm really excited, man. It's been a while, and yeah, it's been a rough last couple of months, but now I feel like I'm really back in my rhythm, back to normal, and camp is going great. I'm feeling better than ever, and preparation is going fantastic, and we're going to be ready to rumble.
I love it, man. Well, let's talk about it. I know not necessarily the most fun thing to talk about, right? But in September, you get to Dana White's Contender Series. You're a step away potentially from the UFC. Yes. Fight doesn't go your way. I guess talk about the fight first. It didn't get to play out very long, right? I mean, what's the biggest lesson there? Is it just, hey, we're big boys and we get caught, or was there something that you could take out of it?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those ones that you try to glean as much as you can from it, and then you just got to move forward after that. Yeah, I mean, biggest thing probably for me was I think I stopped moving my feet at one point, which is, a no-no for the most part, especially for me, because moving my feet is a big part of it since I'm a little undersized. And then, yeah, I just gotta protect yourself in there, man, with the big fellas.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I know after a situation like that, it can be frustrating, right, to get back to it, right? I mean, you were so close. So I guess how difficult or easy was it for you to get back into the gym, to, start chasing down the path again, to want to get back to where you were?
Right. I took some time, because it was a little bit to sort through mentally, obviously, but yeah, I took a little bit of time, and then yeah, I was right back in there, just like I said, you got to move past it and you got to keep moving forward, and that was my big focus, was just getting that momentum going again.
100%. So we'll get to the fight that's coming up, because I know that's the one we want to talk about. But the timing is interesting, right? Just this week, it's announced that your opponent at Dana White's Contender Series tested positive for a banned substance, has been suspended for 2 years. I know you're not the kind of guy to want to make excuses or to look for explanations, but when you saw that, were you a little bit like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely disappointing, and obviously, I'm not gonna make claims or talk bad about it, because I don't know the whole situation exactly. Maybe it'll get more sorted out in the future. I'm not exactly sure. If that is the case, if there genuinely was some under the table action going on, I mean, that's frustrating for me, because that was a big deal. There's a lot riding on that, one way or the other, for my career, for my life, all of that stuff. So that would really suck, especially since coming into that, I was coming right off of surgery. Like I was out of my hospital bed, into camp. And it was a real, that camp sucked. It was very limited because of my hand, but that's just one of those things you can't say no to. And then, finding, excuse me, sorry about that.
That's all right.
And then finding something out like that is, hurts a little bit, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. Like you said, you got to move forward. You get paired up with Anthony Guarascio. I guess, what were your thoughts when this was the matchup that was offered to you? Obviously, he was victorious in his debut. Not a lot of time in the cage, but what were your thoughts when this is the guy you were paired up with?
Yeah, I mean, like always, I checked it out. I have, my cornermen check it out, my coaches, my manager, all that stuff. They said it was a good fight. Looked good to me, and he seems like a tough opponent. He's a little more my size, which is interesting. That'll be a little bit different. Most of the guys that I've been fighting have been at least, a little bit bigger than me. So that'd be cool. And then, yeah, he seems just like a tough dude, likes to throw down and brawl. And, yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes, but I'm feeling good.
You talked about facing bigger guys and being kind of small guy. Was there any discussion at all about, like, do we look at 205, or do you feel like, no, man, heavyweight is really the spot for me to be?
I mean, yeah, honestly, that's always up in the air. I don't. Some people, I've talked to people like, not just random people, but coaches, teammates, stuff like that. And there would be pros and cons to it either way. I don't feel as though like I'm underpowered at heavyweight. Like I deal with a lot of big dudes here at Killcliff too, and I've never felt like I just can't handle a bigger dude. But I mean, then you have to consider, especially when you get deeper and deeper into the talent, like there's some freaky dudes that are they're just big and they're 265 solid, and that's something to consider. And then like I would be a good sized light heavyweight, because I'm 230, 235 right now, and I did all the testing and stuff like that with our strength and conditioning guy, and like I could make it happen at light heavyweight. It would suck. The cut would suck because I'm pretty lean already at that weight.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's something I'm not saying yes or no either way. It's definitely an option, and it's always somewhere I could go if I wanted to, or if I don't, I won't. But yeah, it's not. I haven't. I'm not crossing it off the list. That's for sure.
100%. Well, you got the matchup now at heavyweight with Anthony. As I said, your coaches checked it out. Are you somebody that watches footage? I mean, there's not a ton of tape on him out there, to be honest. His fights have been pretty short, but do you watch tape and break guys down, or you just leave that up to your coaches?
Yeah. So I always get together with one of my guys, and we break down, whatever we have, and we don't look too into it too much. I don't believe in over assessing film like that, especially at this point, because guys grow and change so much, and I don't think you want to get to the point where you're making assumptions, or you're like, this is going to happen, that it's never going to work out like that. So
Right.
I like to see it, see how he moves, see maybe a few tendencies that you're pretty confident are still going to be around, and just kind of get a feel for it, just a bigger picture of it, and not don't dissect it too far, because like I said, things change a lot. But yeah, we always do that before every fight.
Man. What did you, I mean, were you impressed by what you saw? I mean, you say he seems like a tough guy. I mean, were you impressed by what you did watch?
I mean, yeah, there wasn't, obviously, like you said, there wasn't too much to watch, but seems like a powerful dude, and he seems game, like he really gets after, he goes for the finish, and that's always something to respect for sure.
Yeah. I spoke to him. He seems to be taking this matchup a little bit personal. I don't know if that's just simply because of the elevated level that it is. Like, I think he just kind of likes to have some anger towards his opponent. But he's like, listen, don't come up and try to shake my hand. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Like, I'm here to hurt you. I'm here to make this. So have you had any interaction with him, like online, or did you know that he kind of had this chip on his shoulder towards you?
No, I had no idea. No, I don't usually don't partake in that kind of stuff. But yeah, whatever works. I mean, whatever you got to do to get your head in the game, that's good with me.
I love it. Well, don't be surprised if he's a little standoffish when we get to Tampa.
I'll be ready now. Thank you.
I dig it, man. Well, listen, I mean, you kind of had to sort through everything, and now you come back, you're defending this title, and obviously, it's on Fight Pass, it's a main event, it's still a big spot, but is your hope that, hey, man, I go and do this, and they bring me right back on the Contender Series this summer? I mean, are you thinking like that, or do you just have to put everything to the side and be like, hey, let's just kind of focus on what we're doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's out of the picture, and I'm not banking on it either, but I'm not looking past this fight for sure. Like, I'm just taking it one step at a time, especially in camp. You can't, be looking into the future too far. You got to take it one day at a time. It's long days, hard days. And I'm just going to take it one day at a time. And then when fight day rolls around, that'll be it. I'm definitely not looking past this at all, but I think there's potential for that. Yeah.
I love it, man. Well, listen, the career had been impressive. It was a slip up on Contender Series. That happens in this sport for sure. Yeah. What's been the focus? I mean, getting ready for this camp, you said it's been a great camp, tough at first, but it's been great. Has it been about changes, adjustments, simply getting better? I mean, are we going to see a different Bailey Schoenfelder? Is it improve? What's the focus been in this preparation?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest focus has been mainly getting back into a rhythm because, I've had the last 2, 3 years of my career have been just broken hands and surgeries and, up and down with that. And I feel like it's been great. And I really feel like I'm back in a rhythm now and still just getting better in general. I've got so much to improve on across the board, grappling, striking, in between, everything. So yeah, I'm not making I'm not coming out with a new identity or anything like that. I'm just getting better across the board, making some adjustments, improving obvious fundamental stuff that needs to be improved, and yeah, just getting better.
I love it, man. Well, we're definitely looking forward to your return. Most important for you, I mean, is it just win at all costs and get back in the win column? Is it show something? Is it prove something to yourself, prove something to other people? Like, what's most important to you about this fight?
Yeah, I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone else. I definitely just want to, get back in the win column and show that I've, shaken that off from the Contender series and that nothing's changed and I'm still getting better and I'm still on track.
Fantastic, man. Well, you're still a top talent for sure. We're excited to see you again. Any other last thoughts, messages that you want to get out there for anybody heading into this matchup?
I don't think so, man. I think that's all.
Awesome, brother. Well, it's the main event, CFFC 141. It's in Tampa. Get tickets if you can. If not, tune in on UFC Fight Pass, and we will see you there on April 19th.
Thank you for having me.